Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Kelso High School, the site of tonight's Boys 2A District 4 Championship basketball game between the visiting Columbia River Rapids and the home team, the Mark Morris Monarchs. Good to have you with us once again. Nick Sisson on the right side. Kevin White, the special guest commentator here tonight, helping out from the Columbia River side of things. Kevin, delighted to have you once again. We just saw a really competitive basketball game between WF West and Columbia River on the girls' side, and I expect nothing less tonight on the boys' side of things.
Absolutely. I'm glad to be here, and again, thanks for having me and hosting me.
Absolutely. It's going to be a good one. These two teams split the regular season, with the first one going to Columbia River down in Hazel Dell, and then very recently, these two teams met up at Mark Morris High School with the league championship on the line, and the Monarchs ended up winning that one by 12. The first game, Columbia River led by as many as 23 points, and Bill Bakamus classified that one as YMCA lunchtime basketball by Mark Morris. And you could tell it was a way for him to challenge his team to get back to the brand of Monarch basketball, and they've been playing it since. They have pretty much ran off every game since that point. They're on a 13-game winning streak. They're 18-5 overall. Meanwhile, Columbia River comes into this one 17-6 as we've got pregame introductions here. Ari Richardson, the first name starter for the Rapids.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like after that first game against the River, 15-1 overall in the conference. I mean, running 14 straight. I mean, it's pretty impressive.
And starting at center, a 6'4" senior, number 24, Nico Valdez. Head coach of the Rapids, Mark Yankin, who's assisted by Jim.
I'm anticipating a high-flying game, just like we started with the girls' game earlier.
For the Mark Morris Monarchs, starting to guard, a 5'11" senior, number 10. Gray. Coming to guard, the 6'2" senior, number 11, Brayden Olson.
I can definitely tell you the home court advantage is definitely Mark Morris.
Oh, 100%.
Hey, well, at least we got a few more fans in this game. I'd say half of them are the girls' basketball team.
Starting at guard, a 6'1" senior, number 31, Dawson Borough.
And there they are, the Mark Morris Monarchs, coached by legendary headman Bill Bakamus. 32nd season, 27 league championships. Quite the resume, looking to add another district championship to the trophy case that he helped rebuild at Mark Morris High School, as we'll have the national anthem here.
Definitely impressive record.
Quite a resume.
Incredible.
Yeah, he can apply for a lot of jobs and probably get a lot of recommendations. All right, once again, introductions have been made. National anthem has been played beautifully by the Mark Morris traveling pep band of the world. Nick Sisson here, Kevin White there. Mark Morris and Columbia River out there. It's about to be a phenomenal district championship game. Fans, please share the live stream link with friends and family. It only takes 5 seconds to help a friend retweet the game link so someone can come and watch for free. Appreciate all your support as always, as we are about ready to ring the bell in this championship fight. Nico Valdez.
First and second place in league, so it's going to be a great game.
Yep. The Greater St. Helens League sending these two teams to regionals for sure. Which one will have the district trophy with them? Tip won by the Monarchs as we are underway. Entry goes to Morrow, back to the basket, into contact, throws it out of bounds. They're going to say it's tipped and will stay here. Good defense on the ground there by Valdez. Valdez, a 4-year player in the program for Columbia River, and had a quiet game offensively on the first one.
He did. First-year coach, too, for River coming in. Done a phenomenal job kind of getting these guys established back after Long's 30-year history, too, a couple years ago.
Hoey has the ball stripped, and his outlet pass deflected. Now the Monarchs looking to run. Gray with it. Hoey had 36 in the last game against Mark Morrison. Losing effort. Braden Olson had just a little bit more. Gray for 3, yes.
Wide open.
The Gray man hits the first field goal of the game. Collision up ahead of the action between Gray and Reeder. And now the ball's poked away into the backcourt, retrieved by Hoey. The I Believe chant broken out early. Sick crossover 3, Richardson to get it back, not able to hit. Ball loose on the floor, dug out by Morrow.
I know last year watching these guys with a friend of mine, Carson Ness, who was in the program, watching them go through was a tough defensive battle on both sides, so I don't see anything less here today.
Gray, deeper 3, short. Ball loose, kicked out. Hoey ends up with it. Foul's called on the loose ball exchange. It's going to go against Dalton Stevens as Richardson helps Stevens up off the hardwood. 6:35 to go, opening quarter. Just getting underway. Fans, again, please share the live stream link. Please slam the like button, the retweet button. Help get as many people here as possible. Nick Sisson, as always, and then Kevin White, special commentator here tonight. Ari Richardson gets it into the front court. Now Valdez moves it far side. Fitzwilson driving. Jenkins picks him up. Monarch student section right on top of the action where the Kelso student section normally is for Highlander basketball. Now down low. Double team comes over. Ball poked loose. Recovered. Reeder kicks it out. 1 on the shot clock. Floater, no good. Morrow with the rebound. Olson looking to run. Olson in between 3 guys is fouled. Are they going to give him free throws? We'll see.
No, they're saying down on the ground. No shot.
If Olson would have just flicked that towards the hoop, he probably would have been awarded there with free throws. And Carson Bogner already into the ball game just 2 minutes in as Dalton Stevens sits down with a personal foul. Coach Bill Bakamus not wanting to risk 2 early ones. Olson in the corner for 3. Splash! 6-0 Monarchs.
You're definitely feeling that outside shot right now.
Remember what I said earlier in that, or I guess later in that WF West game is whoever shoots at that left side early in the game is going to probably be feeling pretty good because they don't have a new net to worry about. Hoey doesn't draw iron. Rebound Monarchs. Olson backs in, finds a player under the basket. The shot's missed though by Jenkins.
Beautiful pass.
Fitzwilson does a great job preventing a second chance opportunity. That was a great find by Olson. Valdez for 3. Short. Olson secures the board. Behind the back dribble. 3. Down! Olson with back-to-back triples. All Monarchs here in the early going.
Quick timeout. There it is.
30-second timeout. River. Mark Morris is ready to go. They are shooting well from downtown. 9-0, 5:01 to go here in the opening quarter. Again, fans, thank you for being with us.
Quick 6 points by Braden there. That definitely made the quick timeout there for River. That needed.
Head coach Mark Gantner, first-year head coach, just like Kevin alluded to, taking over. I can't remember Travis.
Drake.
Drake, yep.
Drake
exactly.
last year.
Yep.
And then before that Long for his 30-year career.
Yeah, David Long was there for about 90 years or so.
Yeah, I know.
Seems like it at least.
Yeah, I think after that, or before that, I think it was back to Tutori. I mean, it was back in those days. So definitely two long tenured coaches. And I think they've hoping to find their next tenured coach here. He's done a great job.
Yes, Mark Gantner has done a phenomenal job.
Coming over from Hillsborough.
Yeah, suited up tonight. I like it. Back to action, Rivers basketball. Shot blocked.
Good hands, good block.
Long outlet. Look at the pass by Olsen to a streaking Gray. 11 zip.
Yeah, they got to contain those two, or it's going to be a long night for River. Oh, there's
Foul.
some body. There we go.
Richardson into the paint. Wilson was in the near corner, and Richardson said he was trying to get it over here to him. One viewer away from 200 to start this one, 11-0. What a start it has been. Olsen with 6, Malachi Gray with 5. The backcourt with all the points here in the early going.
Surprised they called that foul on Gray. That should have been on Morrow there, but got away with it there.
Another steal, Morrow.
Oh, he's feeling it.
Olsen! Another! When he's stopping on a transition and hitting, it's going to be a tough night to stop. Braden Olsen. Another ball loose and poked away. The Monarchs are playing suffocating defense, and they're hitting pretty much everything. That's tough.
They're not calling that reach, and it's going to be another one.
Bogner continues 16-0. You got to wonder if there's some nerves here on the Rapids part.
I think it's just more energy right now on Mark Morris. They want it more.
Hoey, a deep three, no. Ball tapped, controlled, thrown off, and Olsen.
He tried it.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it went off of Olsen after he hit it off of the leg of, I believe, Valdez.
Yeah, I thought it went back and hit his foot. Might have bounced out first. Monarchs are playing great.
Carter Sharon into the game, coming in off the bench, kicks the far side. Reeder back down low behind Sharon. Sharon was out of bounds. They're not going to call it, but the pass away stolen by Olsen anyway. Olsen thinking about another transition three. Draws in two defenders, kicks. Jenkins thought he had it. It rattled out.
Mark Morris is playing more physical game right now, and their Rivers not knowing what to do. A little show off. They're not calling it. That's Carter.
About time for River as it took over 5 minutes to get their first field goal. Carter Sharon with the 2. Entry pass not on target. Richardson brings it across into traffic.
They're not calling any of those hand checks. Mark Morris is going to keep it up.
Fitz Wilson for 3. No. Sharon and Gray battling. Bogner controls. Olsen, fancy dribbling, drop step spin into traffic, has it stolen away by Richardson.
That was a travel. They didn't get away from that or a jump ball, one of the two.
Hoey kicks near side, now gets it back. They're trying to look inside to Sharon against Bogner. Deep 3, far side, Richardson, no. Stevens with the board.
Good box out by Bogner there. On Sharon.
The River student section showed up here for the heavyweight fight. Nice up and under move by Stevens, misses the shot. Foul called, and it looks like they're going to get this one on Stevens, and that's going to be his second personal. So about the only bit of bad news going here for Mark Morris is that Dalton picks up his second personal here in the first, and he has to check out, and a little counseling session here with Coach Bakamus on the near side before he grabs a seat on the bench.
Yeah, like I said, they're playing physical. They're gonna. Yeah, there's another one.
Yeah, Jenkins is gonna pick up the foul here on this one, and looks like this is gonna be the 4th team foul. And it's Jenkins' first personal. Hoey hesitation, dribble, has it poked away, stolen. Olsen behind the back, drop step spin, denied! Great defense by Reeder, and the ball's loose, and Richardson controls, outlets it up ahead. Laying it up and off, though, Sharon with the rebound, throws it up and in. River looking to climb their way back into this one, 16-4. Sharon with all 4 for the Rapids.
Yeah, Reeder came in for defensive presence. He's always fast and aggressive. And they need that little spark. They're trying to figure out which is going to help him out here. Big block by Sharon.
Sharon's had a big impact off the bench. Nice pass, Fitz Wilson! 6 points in the last couple minutes here, and Rivers picking it up on the defensive end. 16-6. Ibarreta has it poked away and bumped on the loose ball.
Jump ball.
And they got a jump ball called.
River.
So Columbia River looking to finish strong here in the first. 25.2 left, and Nash Bjorgi up off the bench will check in at the next dead ball, see if they let him in now.
It should be a reset of the clock. Yep.
They are going to, and should be turning the shot clock off here for this possession.
Absolutely.
25.2 left in the quarter.
There it is. Boy, hot start for Mark Morris, but Sharon and Reeder coming back in, making this a 6-point run here. Big number for River.
They will gladly let this clock run down, and it's not how you start, it's how you finish. River looking to finish strong here. 4 on the clock, kick to the corner, drive baseline. Morrow backing away, forces a difficult pass and a
7
foul.
seconds, bailed out with the foul.
That was a good pass, good position.
Absolutely.
You know,
Carson again, or Carter Sharon, sorry.
0.7 to go, Sharon at the line. Hits the first. Second free throw, good. Sharon with 6. Full court heave. Almost had the depth.
Looked pretty good.
That was a good throw. 16-8. Good close. It was 14-0. And yeah, things weren't looking so good. It might have been 16-0, honestly.
16.
Yeah, I think they closed at the last 8 points here, but
yeah, 8-0 run, and all triggered by Sharon and Reeder coming in off the bench.
Olsen on fire. He had 9. Gray with 5. Bogner with the other 2 for Mark Morris. Carter Sharon off the bench. He's been in the starting rotation. He started against WF West in the semifinal game that the Rapids won 68-50. And his presence off the bench, helpful. He's long and was able to get good position, work the left hand down low, and anytime you're within 6 feet of the basket, you know, they call that a high percentage look, Kevin.
Well, he gets that from his dad. Chad Sharon, a lot of years down to the post and that left-handed hook. A lot of teams couldn't stop him, so I know he's picked it up from him.
Dalton Stevens on the bench with 2 fouls. It's going to be Olsen, Gray, Morrow, Bjorgi, and Jaden Jenkins out there to start the quarter for Mark Morris with the ball. Gray enters it down low to Morrow. Morrow shielding off the defender, goes back outside. Olsen gets a high screen, hesitation, step back, roll by Morrow, finds Morrow. Morrow somehow gets rid of it. Jenkins rises up over Hoey and hits. Jenkins with his first bucket, 18-8. Monarchs back on top by double digits. It's Wilson, short. Rebound, Olsen. Olsen dribbling around defenders.
Oh, off the leg. Oh, not going to give it to him.
Richardson seemed to think so. Olsen just loves driving right into traffic, goes right into the teeth of the defense, and shows no fear.
Yeah, absolutely. And no reason not to. I mean, he has great ball skills and the speed and everything. It's been great to see. It's fun to watch.
That was great position by Jenkins, but doesn't force it. Gray.
Blocked by Sharon.
Yep, blocked by Carter.
Nope. Miles, drive again. Oh.
Ooh.
Surprised they called that one out, the other one earlier.
Yeah, I mean, the previous play for Mark Morris had some contact initially for Gray. Sharon was the help side on the block. But Nash Bjorgi is going to get called for the foul here. 6:58 to go, second quarter. Free throw good by Miles Fitzwilson. And Nico Valdez is set to check in for the shooter. He'll check in at a made free throw or next dead ball. And it's going to be right here. Fitzwilson with 2 more. He's got 4. Lead down to single digits again, 18-8.
They're going to need another stop. They need a couple more to try to get back into this.
I mean, overcoming a 16-0 hole is pretty tough, but Rivers trying to inch their way there. Nice cut across the lane. Jenkins loses his position, though, and
big time screen on that. It was great.
yeah, it's a good flex cut. They run that really well. Olsen long 2, no. Jenkins out jumps the defender, throws it up, loses it on the way up. No call. River comes away with it. Reeder kicks, Richardson rotates. Now Hoey has it poked away. Morrow is there, and Morrow collects. Up and around, gets the roll. 20-10. Morrow does it himself. Shoulder down, player down. No call, ball loose. Olsen with it. Olsen creates space for 3!
Yeah, they're not calling that off arm on anybody right now, and they're creating that space. And boy, they're knocking it down.
Olsen with 12. 23-13. Offensive foul. Yeah. Olsen in position. 5:48 to go.
Yeah, he wasn't in control of that one.
Dalton Stevens back in. Aaron Hoey checks out. For Columbia River, Morrow and Jenkins on the bench now. Mark Morris going with Olsen, Gray, Bogner, Stevens, Bjorgi. So a little bit longer at 3 positions out there with Morrow on the bench, but Morrow is playing great. Nice bounce pass down low. Wraparound kick to the corner. Stevens misses. Reeder with the board, pushing the pace. Reeder into contact, no call.
Moving, no call.
That's a good no call. If anything, it might have been a blocking foul there. But Reeder with his first basket of the game.
Well, they weren't calling it either way, so it's probably a good no call, like you said. That off arm, he's clearing space big time.
Olsen misses the jumper. Olsen's got 4 made triples, but nothing from inside. 3 far side, rolls off. And now a whistle and a 30-second timeout. Bill Bakamus will stay here with the Mark Morris huddle. 4:55 to go here in the first half. Fans, thank you so much for being with us. In case you don't know, this is where you can find us on our social medias. Be sure to share the live stream link and be sure to subscribe or follow to all of our channels. This is the final winter sports event. Broadcasted by myself here, Nick Sisson, on behalf of N2 Media. I do appreciate all of your support. We will have some spring sports coming up here, but I will be taking a little bit more time to be with the family and do some coaching things, in life. So I just want to let everybody know in advance. So I apologize if you feel left out. That's not my intention, but I got some other things that I'd like to do over the next couple months. But we'll be doing some spring sports, so rest assured it'll be worth following, and I'll have some help as well.
Mark Morris is off to a hot start, especially Olsen there with 12. He just can't miss from that deep range. There's another one. Boom.
Yeah, I mean, he should exclusively shoot from 3. He's got 5 made in the first half here, folks.
I think he's only missed 1.
Dump off, shoulder down.
Yes, they did.
Offensive foul, Valdez.
I was waiting for them to call one of those, either on either end, but refs don't want to get too out of hand.
Olsen, tough 2. Gets the roll anyway. 17 for Olsen. He went over 40 the last time these teams played. Ball dumped off, deflected. Oh, thought it was going the other way. Dime down low. Reeder with the bucket. Good recovery there by River.
Yeah, they couldn't afford to lose another one there.
High post. Kick out. Gray. Wow. Man, oh man. Mark Morris is just scorching from deep. Gray with his second triple, now 8 in the game. Man, if the backcourt is giving you a combined 25 points in the first half, it's tough to come back against.
Sharon with a hook shot under.
Nice move there. Sharon's been big. Walking into it is Gray, no good. Richardson gets the long rebound, no numbers.
Quick pop.
Pulls up anyway. And it's over the backboard. 31-16. Adam Reeder checks back in for River. Morrow and Jenkins back in. Stevens and Bjorgi will sit down for Mark Morris. Olsen, why not? Misses that one finally, but Jenkins flies in. Olsen follows.
We got pushed out, no call.
Olsen into traffic, foul called.
That's Adam.
So Braden Olsen will head to the line. Are these the first free throws for Mark Morris here at this point?
There are.
3:04 left in the first half.
They haven't needed to. They've been hitting all the threes.
I think there was 7 made threes so far in the first half, I think. Olsen hits the first. He's got 18 now. Miguel, thank you so much in the live stream comment section for the compliment. Greatly appreciate it. Fort Sports Reporter already says Olsen for player of the game. Well, it's still anybody's game here at this point. Olsen with another. 19 now.
You definitely won't hear an argument from me right now.
Ball batted away, but recovered. Hoey goes back near side. Fitz Wilson. Ball loose. Recovered. Double team. Olsen comes in. Reeder fights it off.
Find somebody open.
6 on the shot clock. Fitz Wilson. Ball fake. Puts it on the deck. Has it stripped. Goes out to Hoey. His desperation 3 no good. Shot clock violation as it doesn't hit rim. Good defensive possession there for the Mark Morris Monarchs. They had their hands in the passing lane a whole bunch there. Matt Fowler joined in the live stream comment section with MM. Wonder what that stands for. It doesn't stand for Matt Murray.
I know at least both teams know each other really well, so being in the passing lanes and everything, I mean, that's definitely experience on the kids' side of things as well as the coach side. Being able to say this is what's going to happen.
Gray kind of just got caught up there.
Yeah, he went the wrong direction. That kick out went one way and the ball went the other.
He had 2 guys out there and went right in between both of them. Fitz Wilson for 3. Yes! And the net needs to be adjusted. It's brand new, folks. WF West cut down the old one.
That's Rivers' first 3 of the game. They've missed a couple, but they haven't had too many looks either.
Mark Morris has done great defensively so far here in the first half, Kevin. And Only allowing 19 points to a team that can run and get up and down like River is very much an accomplishment. Floater by Gray, no good. Sharon taps, Valdez controls, and Nico will bring it across. Now advances by Valdez, his first basket. Olsen.
Yeah, as I was saying, on the defensive side, I got a foul called, but
yeah, it doesn't look like that Mark Gantner agrees with the foul call, but either way, Olsen at the free throw line for 2, looking to cross the 20-point plateau. It's still anyone's game here, Kevin, 33-21. This game's far from over.
Absolutely, anybody can get hot and go cold, so you never know what's going to happen. But I was talking about defense, and outside of Ridgefield for the league, Mark Morris has only allowed 3 more points than Ridgefield, so leading the league and only at 791 for the league for all season so far.
Olsen hits another. 21 now for Braden. Entry to Sharon. Sharon drop step spin, beautiful.
Sharon's on fire this half.
He's been basically the only real consistent form of offense. Fitzwilson's done okay as well. He's got 7, but Sharon's that's 10 now or 8. Handoff. Bogner, now Jenkins kicks. Gray for 3. No good. Under a minute to go. Valdez pulls in the board. It's a 12-point game.
Yeah,
big possession here for River.
10 for Sharon in the half.
Drive cut off on the baseline by Jenkins. Reeder looking for help. Flashing. Hoey has it rattle out. Gets his own rebound. Morrow reaches in. Foul on the ground. It's going to be the second foul of the quarter. 30.4. That's going to reset the shot clock. River can hold for presumably the last good look, but anything can happen. Matt Fowler says he thinks he played against Sharon and Fitzwilson's dad.
Could very well be. You got Adam, Sharon, Chuck. They had them all.
Valdez looking to shake off the defender and a foul on the ground.
Reach. Yep, that's 2 quick ones on him at the end of this second period.
Bjorgie's up off the bench, and he's going to come grab Dawson. Exactly 20 seconds left.
It's tough to pick that up late here in that second quarter. Looks like Drew.
Yeah, Drew Ibarreta into the game.
20 on the clock here in the second quarter. Finish up the half. River's going to hold for the last shot. We'll try to anyway.
Valdez, high screen, has it poked away.
Big outlet, there it is. Finish out the half.
Bucket good by Olsen. That's going to do it. Mark Morris on top, 37-23. Heading into the locker room. An absolutely monstrous first half for Braden Olsen. My memory says 23.
That is correct. 23 first half points for Olsen and 8 points for Gray.
So 31, huh?
31 between the 2 of them. They started lights out.
And now
7 threes between the 2 of them in that first half.
Got the Mark Morris cheer staff here for everyone, folks.
Leading the way for Columbia River, got 10 for Sharon that first half there, and Miles was 7.
Kevin White is in N2. What a crew tonight. Let's go Monarchs. Ooh. Well, that's what Jessica had to say.
Hello, Jessica. It's fun to see and hear pass along the Husky faithful down there in Vancouver, Longview area. She was in the band with me a long time ago. Nice routine by the Monarch cheer squad there. Helping out, supporting the halftime.
37-23 at the break here, Kevin. And if you fans missed it, you missed it because Braden Olson.
You blinked, you missed it.
Yeah, I was just reading some of the great game tweet coverage from Jody Nalen, the Daily Nalen on X. Does a phenomenal job covering here in Calais County and beyond. He said Olson hits and hits again and hits again. River should probably not let him do that. Easier said than done, Kevin. 23 so far here at the break. You know, I had a chance to talk to Braden the other day after the Monarchs won against Ridgefield at home. It was a hard-fought game, and I said, you got any thoughts going into the game? And he's like, I'm just going to go out there and play hard and do what I do. I was like, think there's a chance that you're going to lose? He's like, absolutely not. He's like, I don't ever go into a game thinking that I'm going to lose. In fact, I always go into a game thinking I'm going to win. And, you know, that's why he's out here doing what he does. He's got the winner's mentality, and he's the type of guy that can put a team on his back. You know, when he's playing like this, you know, you always wonder, you know, how the other four guys on the court are going to react to that style of basketball. I mean, if the ball's going in the hoop, it doesn't matter. You're going to love it. You're going to play off of it. The second half, I think that Columbia River's going to try to obviously make some adjustments here and slow him down. And I'm thinking you're going to look to see Olson maybe facilitate a little bit more here in the third quarter and try to get other guys involved. They didn't do much of their damage from inside the three-point line there in that first half.
No, the second quarter, I mean, you definitely saw Braden drive a little bit more, kick out, do some fast breaks and so forth. So, I mean, he only had 2 threes in the second quarter, but 14 points altogether. So he drove, he got to the line, he made 4 free throws. So, I mean, he's driving and showing that he can do both. And I think the defense picked up a little bit for River after that slow start on him, but yeah, he's going to be tough to stop. He can make it in any direction, any inside, outside, it doesn't matter. He's going to be on tonight.
Yeah, and Malachi Gray did a good job complimenting. He also got the first bucket of the game. So.
Absolutely. He started off absolutely hot. Same with Olson. They couldn't neither one of them could miss. Then he cooled off a little bit. I think he had to sit down a little bit with his foul, but came in a little bit cold after that.
Fans, we're going to take a quick audio break. We'll have music in the background, complimentary of the Columbia River Pet Band at the moment, but we'll be back here after catching our breath and grabbing some vitamin water. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Under a minute now till the start of the second half. 37-23, Mark Morris on top here at the break. Again, if you weren't with us, Braden Olson scoring 23 of Mark Morris's 37 points. We'll see if Columbia River is going to maybe make some adjustments or put a different guy on Braden Olson defensively and see if you can't bother him in a little bit different variety of ways. Obviously, I think, Kevin, the plan is to run him off the three-point line as much as possible. But, you know, those, they say, are low percentage looks for Olson tonight. They're not that. They're high percentage.
Yeah, he's getting clear open shots. But he's also feeling it. Like you said, he has that mindset. And we talked during break, but he has that mindset. He's going to put the team on the back. He's going to carry this team. And he did that from the start. He's not going to change.
Columbia River starts with the ball, trailing by 14 as we are back to action here at Kelso High School. Second game of the night. Columbia River girls falling earlier to WF West as the Bearcats get the district championship 54-41. We got a three. Hits! Fitz Wilson immediately gets the lead down to 11. It's going to be easier to shoot on that side, I think, for Columbia River because of the net. So I know that's a silly thought, Kevin, but still.
You never know. We'll find out here soon.
I like to believe that kind of silly nonsense, you know. Morrow near side picks up his dribble, skips at top of the key now.
Yeah, they're sticking a man on him. They're guarding him tight.
Tough three by Gray, forced up. The ball rolls to Olson, and it's poked away. Stolen back.
Ari's trying to push that ball. There's an open one.
Three for Richardson! Just like that, it's an 8-point game. This is the hot basket over here on the left side of your screen.
Big screen.
Three by Olson, no. Morrow flies in, pump fakes, goes up strong off the window.
That's his first two of the game.
It's a big two as well, Kevin.
Absolutely, stop that quick momentum.
Valdez for three, short. Gray rebounds. Now Olson brings it across. Behind the back, spin. This is move. Shot no good. Ball tapped out. Valdez saves it. Fitz Wilson controls.
Great save. Great spot to be. Ari. Pressing. No call. Good no call.
Bucket good by Ari Richardson.
They held him scoreless in the first half, so those are quick 5 points for Ari. Eight points is that lead. They cut it. They got to do a couple more stops. Big
Richardson
steal.
taps it away. Two on
one.
one.
You got a trailer.
Foul. Let's see if it's going up.
Oh, that should be a foul. I don't know if that's intentional or not.
Rivers getting into it here. They're looking to battle back. See if the referees are going to go with just the common foul here. It was not much after that.
It's just he hung on to it for a long time.
And they're going to say shooting foul here.
Yeah, he was trying to go up, but he held on to it a long time. I thought maybe they'd call it, but it's a good call. He wasn't meaning to harm or intent.
No, he stop the shot. Absolutely. Richardson hits the first. He's got 6 so far here in the quarter. 39-32. It was a 14-point game.
Hits them both.
Richardson again. Lead down to 6.
Ari's cut that lead in half just by himself. We got to keep him going.
Stevens.
Pushing hard.
Bumped. Rolls off. Valdez last to touch it. No, they say. Ooh, and the Monarch fans don't seem to like that call.
Yeah, he might have gotten away with a push, though, in the back, too. So I think you probably go with the touch out of bounds and the foul.
Stevens was definitely bumped a little bit on the lower half, but no call. Things tightening up here. Mark Morris only on top by 6. Kick to the corner, out of the corner. Fitzwilson dribbles back. Hoey's been quiet so far, but he's got the ability to fill it up as well. Crossover inside, drive kick, backdoor cut, in position, whistle, charge is called. Gray takes it. Fitzwilson Can't believe it. I think that is the right call, though. Fans, what are your thoughts on this one? Olsen gets it in. Morrow comes up to get it. Up ahead. Jenkins dribbles out, picks it up. Gray, long two, off the glass, Tim Duncan style.
Bank is open.
The fundamentalist. Drive baseline, Morrow in position, good dump off. Shot missed down low by Reeder, but he'll head to the line for two. Jaden Jenkins called for the personal, his second. 41-33. First free throw is good for Adam Reeder.
6 points.
41-34. Big third quarter here for Columbia River. They're not going anywhere. Second free throw rattles out. Stevens with the board. Stevens has had to play kind of conservatively with a couple of fouls. Olsen blocked, but might have passed off from my angle. Tough to see. Jenkins muscles his way in and scores over Hoey. Jenkins pumped up. 43-34, that's a big basket.
That's a nice physical move going straight up with that.
Yeah, he was definitely strong going up. Deep three, Fitzwilson. Yes! Miles Fitzwilson is feeling it.
It's 5 quick points for him in this quarter. Halfway through.
I think he had a three to start the quarter. I think he's got 6. I could be wrong. I don't know.
No, Ari hit that first one earlier. Unless I missed it.
I think they hit back-to-back. Oh, no, it doesn't matter. Gray for three after a jab step. Answers. Malachi Gray had a huge second half in the state semifinal against Pullman last year. He's been in big spots before. Hits a big one. Lead back up to 9. Reach in. Ball loose. Fitzwilson dives on it. Whistles. Timeout called. Rivers feeling good there. We'll stay here with the Columbia River side. 46-37. 3:47 to go.
I think I gave him 2, that's why.
That's okay.
Instead of a three-pointer, so that's probably what. He said 2 threes then. Because I'm off by 1, that was what it was. Adjustment of the glasses, apparently.
That's okay.
Boy, 9-point lead. River needed to come out strong, and they did. But Mark Morris there to answer. Gray's taken that leadership role in this third quarter.
Olsen's been held scoreless so far here in the third, so adjustments have been made. Fitzwilson able to retrieve Sharon into the ball game. Takes it with the left. No. Rebound Olsen. Olsen double teamed. Finds an open player at the foul line. It's Bogner. Bogner leans in and hits. He had Sharon right behind him, but wasn't paying attention to him. Nope, lead back up to double figures. 48-37.
Yeah, not rattled at all on that shot.
Hesitation shot, no good. Out of bounds, Monarchs ball. If you're Columbia River, you gotta kind of stay composed and settled. You've worked that lead down to 6, and you don't want to give it all back here heading into the fourth quarter. Cy Beretta will bring it across.
Yeah,
Smart decision here.
Yeah, they got to get it down to single digits if they want to stay competitive here in that fourth quarter.
Now Olsen comes off and gets it. Olsen step back 3, no. Long rebound. Hoey wins the battle over on the far sideline. Long outlet up ahead. Richardson blocked. Flying into your screen and knocking the ball out of bounds is Dalton Stevens. Richardson jabs off. The defender misses the shot. Tapped out. I think Morrow last to touch it. Yep. And it's going to stay with Columbia River. Nash Bjorgi checking in for Mark Morris. Dawson Morrow will check out. 2:45 to go here in the third. Inbound goes to Carter Sharon. Reeder gives it up. Now Hoey. He's been quiet so far here tonight, Kevin.
Yep. No, they've done a great job resting him and taking that away.
Ibaretta with the rip. Outlet here. Olsen throws it up. Doesn't get a call. Bill Bakamus not
crazy.
trying to do plyometrics right now. Just very upset with the call. Another block by Stevens into the student section. River basketball.
Great reaction there by Stevens. 2 of those in a row. He's got the hops.
Richardson drives, fouled, and it's on the pass out here to the corner. So baseline inbound here coming for River. 2:11 left in the third. Gray in, Ibaretta out.
They called that foul on Bogner.
That's his first personal. Richardson trying to hit it in and manages to float it into Reeder. Reeder gets around the defender, scores around Olsen, lead back down to 9. John Reeder's had a good game off the bench here, Kevin.
His defensive presence is his key. He gets that going a little bit, gets a little momentum. You
Wow.
can't stop Stevens right now. He's hot.
Stevens is doing it all on the defensive end, muscles that shot up. Reeder going to work. Long step, traveling called. Looked like a clean move, honestly. That's kind of been one of those new style of Euro steps where they drag the foot on the floor all the way through. Just kind of looks awkward, Kevin, but I don't think it was more than 2 steps.
No, I agree. That Euro step is definitely a hard one to... There's 2 threes for him.
Olsen finally cracks the seal here in the third quarter, now up to 25. Lead back up to 13, nearly erasing all of Rivers' work here in the quarter as we've got 60 seconds to go in the frame. Ball stolen away. Transition opportunity, 3-on-2. Olsen settles for the 3, no good. Stevens rebounds. Richardson fouls, and it looks like it's going to be on the floor. And Ari does a good job playing referee and looks over and points down at the hardwood. 50.8 to go in the quarter, Kevin.
Yeah, they erase that lead. It's back up to 13. Again.
Gray, no. Offensive rebound, Bjorgi, his first bucket.
His first of the second half. It's definitely a big one there. But Stevens, with that energy on the defensive side, I think has really pushed it.
Sharon goes up off the window. Olsen gets it.
That's his first.
Shot clock off. Olsen close to maybe going over and back there. Olsen fancy dribbling with Richardson on him. High screen here, and Richardson's going to foul. 13.1 on the clock here, and this is a foul to give. That's his second personal. And again, third team foul. Mark Morris still with that 13-point advantage now, led by 14 at the break. Believe it or not, after this quarter that Rivers had, they have a chance to be on top by more than what they started as Olsen, long step, throws it up, no. Offensive rebound blocked on the putback shot. 3-quarter court, good if it goes, and it doesn't. That's going to do it for the third quarter. 8 minutes to go here at Kelso High School in this boys District 4 2A championship between Greater St. Helens League rivals. 54-41, Mark Morris on top here as we head into the fourth. And fans, thank you again so much for all of your support. Again, letting you know this is the final winter sports live stream event for N2 Media. We will be back with some spring sports coming up here in a few weeks' time, but this is going to be the final winter sports event for us. NFHS will be taking over beyond this round. I do appreciate all of your support and all of your donations. We are on Venmo, PayPal. If you feel like shooting us $1 or $5 or $1,000, either way it works for me. At N2 Media, Nick Sisson here, Kevin White over there. Kevin joining us here tonight for the first time. Volunteer, a lot of experience doing games, and happy to have him with us. So be sure to type into the comment section that Kevin's doing a great job for us, and he's keeping score as well. What do you got over there, Kevin?
Yeah, they kept Braden quiet. He only got 2 points in that third quarter, but Gray with 5. Stevens had 2. And spread out on the Monarchs side. I mean, again, team effort. Weather that storm and that flurry of offense that was put together by Ari and Miles coming out of that third quarter, 7 and 6. Got 8 minutes left, fourth quarter underway here. District championships.
Morrow with it now, puts it on the deck, working down low. Trying to body Sharon, gets around, what footwork and touch by the big man, Dawson Morrow. Mark Morris on top now, 56-41. They've led by as many as 16 here.
Yeah, after River cut it down to 6, they took control and was able to weather that and get it back up to that lead.
Fitzwilson, tough shot.
A lot of hands, triple team in there.
Fitzwilson's had a great game for Columbia River tonight.
He's up to 15 for the game, 8 just in his half.
Flex cut down low. Olsen able to catch.
On the ground.
And a whistle and a technical foul. Oh no! Miles Fitzwilson gets the technical, and I gotta tell you, that looked really inadvertent. I don't think he was trying to show up the ref in any way. He might have been frustrated with the call, but when he dribbled the ball down, it looked like it just went off of either his foot or the ref's foot, and it rolls. And yeah, tough. You know, the official's got a tough job, but man, that didn't look like much there, Kevin.
No, it didn't. And I don't know what it is. I know he's been very animated today too, tonight down there on the sideline, whether it's just change of possession or not. So
yeah,
something must have said something to take him off.
That's par for Appleberry. So that's just kind of the way it goes. Olsen hits the first free throw, and the second rolls off.
Yeah, with that technical, that puts Miles at 3 fouls. So. And Monarchs get the ball again. Again, extend that lead back.
Yeah, in the technical department, I've seen a lot worse so far this year not get called. So, Olsen 3, no good. Rebound battled for Fitzwilson, able to control it after Morrow sells out, unable to get to it. Foul called. Fitzwilson looks like in the act of shooting will head to the line.
Yeah, that's a tough one too on him. That was right in his gut and he held onto it. I don't think tough call to take that foul on that one. That should have been jump ball, but benefit of the doubt there on the call.
Fitzwilson misses on the first. And the second. Ball loose, though. Stevens picks it up. Players hit the deck for both teams.
6:30 and counting, 14 points. It's going to be a tough sledding here for River if they don't get a few stops here.
Entry pass somehow inside. Stevens misses, and Fitzwilson is going to have to chill here. He's talking a lot after the fouls or the technicals. At this point, whether he gets a personal or another tech, he's obviously disqualified. But
yeah, I think he was more frustrated with his teammates not covering that backside lob.
Stevens at the line, 6:21 to go, and Dalton hasn't really been as big of a factor as he can be on the scoring side of things, but he's had a great rebounding and defensive game, Kevin.
Absolutely. The second half coming out, a couple big blocks on three-pointers and a couple steals and rips, and definitely playing more intensive here in that first second half. Sorry.
Misses a pair.
River needed that, and then they got to convert and try to cut into this lead.
3 far side, short. Jenkins had his hands on it, lost it, but Olsen retrieves. Olsen bumped.
Head-to-head bump.
No call. Long pass stolen back. Outlet pass up ahead. Ball fake. Stevens lays it up in front of 2 defenders.
Call the foul on that.
Count the bucket and 1 for Dalton Stevens.
Fouls on Adam Reeder, too.
Fans, we're in dangerously close territory to setting a live stream audience record here. 337 multi-home families here, or however you would word that. Stevens looking for the free throw here to convert the old-fashioned. Can't do it.
That's third foul on Adam Reeder there. Big drive and another block. Oh, they're going to call him with a foul.
Stevens has just been a monster defensively. Doesn't get the benefit there of the...
He got his third foul on that, but that was a clean block on him. I think the foul was underneath on somebody else, but he got the call. Considering
that he had 2 fouls in the first 6 minutes of the game, to only have 1 more to this point is good on his part, as Reeder, this is John Reeder at the line. Valdez finally enters. You know, he was on the bench for quite a while. It's hard to, I guess, go away from Fitz Wilson and Sharon, you know, because they've been playing pretty good tonight, Kevin.
Absolutely, and Nico, I think with the physicality and shots and that sort of thing, it's tough. But you got 4 fouls on Miles there. You got to pull him out here with 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes left. Give him a couple breathers and hopefully get him in at the end. Hopefully get a couple threes.
After Reeder hits a pair, the lead's down to 14 again.
Done a good job though on Olsen, I tell you.
Stevens somehow keeps that ball in play, goes up into contact, and he's going to head to the line where he's missed his last 3 free throws. Coach Littlefield wants to know, who are the underclassmen for Columbia River? You got Ari Richardson as a junior, John Reeder as a junior, Aaron Hoey as a junior, and then you got the likes of Noah Cokes as a sophomore, Kellen Clary as Stevens hits a free throw. But, I mean, Hoey's, you know, one of their best players. Richardson's one of their best players. Fair to say that that's 2 of your top guys coming back next season.
Yeah, and they got one of the Reeder brothers coming back too. So out of their top 6, starting 6, really.
Stevens hits again, makes a pair.
I don't know if they have quite the depth of Mark Morris, but they definitely have some talent coming in.
Bounce pass inside, gets away from Valdez. A long outlet up ahead. Gray throws it back into play in the middle of the court, hoping for a Monarch trailing for a big play. Valdez puts his shoulder down into contact, and Morrow is going to pick up the personal. You know who's going to have a good team next year? R.A. Long is going to have a good team. They're going to be only graduating 2 rotation players, and you know they'll have Irwin back, they'll have Young back, they'll have Thill, they'll have Jenkins, Brookledge. Yeah.
That foul they actually gave to Stevens, that's his 4th.
Oh gosh, yeah, they did.
This one's going to be though on Morrow. That'll be his 3rd.
I thought for sure they had Morrow on that one.
No, but that's going to be his 4th, I believe. Oh no, they're giving it to 10. Oh my goodness. I don't know where they're seeing these numbers, but that's Malachi. That's his 3rd.
Matt says boo in the live stream comment section. Matt, it's just the truth. Enjoy the moment. You know, this is my 4th district championship being covered. And in the first 3 of them, a Longview school has won the championship. Mark Morris won in inaugural season, and then R.A. Long has won the last 2. And Mark Morris 5 minutes and 6 seconds away from N2 being 4 for 4 with Longview district championships. I hope I didn't just put the ultimate jinx on it for somebody, the announcer's jinx, but Columbia River's trailing by the largest deficit here, tied for their largest deficit at 16 with 5:06 to go, running out of time. They made up some serious ground there in that third quarter, but man, I tell you what, they kind of let it go by the wayside in the final 2 minutes of that third quarter. Monarchs fought back. They scratched and clawed. Lion, pun intended there, but they led by 13. And River's done a good job playing better in the second half, but the start of the game has really put them behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, they didn't make the adjustment quick enough in that first quarter. That put them 16-0 down. That's really the start of the game. Absolutely the game right here.
Richardson for 3. No. Morrow had his hands on it. Goes to Gray. Rotation now, far side, Gray. Fake pass inside, puts it on the deck. Stops, pops away to Morrow out in the corner. Morrow drives and kicks now. 3 on the clock. Bogner's got to float it up, and he's bumped. He scores anyway. Largest lead of the game here for Mark Morris. Carson Bogner with a big bucket at the shot clock buzzer. Reeder gets around Gray, scores. Bogner tried to take a charge. No call. Good no call.
Referee and Adam almost ran into the coach out there on the floor. Mark Morris is jumping up and giving plays calls.
Under 4 to go here. Gray enters it. Olsen looking to work on Richardson. Muscles up a shot, no good, but he's fouled. And not a lot there, but enough to call Ari Richardson for the personal. And it looks like the head coach Mark Gantner is going to bring in some more length. He's going to put Fitz Wilson back in and Sharon back in. Fitz Wilson will be playing with 4 fouls.
Yeah, they've got a little bit of the body on Ari, and he's a lot smaller than Olsen. I don't know if that could work, but definitely got enough of it apparently.
64-47. And now the lead back up to 18 after Olsen hits again.
Yeah, a little too late for River, I think, at this point. They just got to try to get some momentum, get a couple stops, but that 16-point deficit's going to be hard to overcome. They're 18 now.
Hoey for 3. No. Offensive rebound, Reeder put back in. Kevin, for some reason, I'm thinking I haven't called Hoey's name. Does he have a point yet?
Hoey point? No, he does not.
Hoey had 36 in the last game against Mark Morris. And
you can definitely tell they keyed in on him.
To be held scoreless with 3:12 left in the game, yeah, that's pretty good. Gray hits the first free throw. Fort Sports Reporter says that you know who will be a great team next year? Fort. We'll be rocking that 1A. Yeah, you know, the 1A's no joke. I'm not going to lie. It's still tough. Morrow is underrated, makes a lot of plays happen as Gray hits the free throw. I tend to agree with you. Morrow is probably vastly underrated in some ways, but timeout here, River. We'll go back over with the Mark Morris huddle. Morrow does a lot of the little things, but yeah, he's a vital piece to the puzzle. I mean, look no further than the first game of the year that they played on this court without Dawson Morrow against Peyton Stewart and company in Kelso. Stewart 6'6", 260, 270, you know, going to be an offensive tackle for Michigan State University. And then you throw in a guy here like Morrow who's 6'1", 250, a bowling ball of a man who's tough to move around. You know, I use this expression a lot in basketball. Be a bull in a china cabinet. Throw your weight around down low. And Dawson Morrow does a lot of the glue things for the Monarchs. And, you know, look to the guy like him and his leadership and Gray's leadership to go along with Olsen's leadership. I mean, they're a balanced team. They've got guys that have been here before. And River's still on the ascend. They've got a really good program. They got a great C team, a great JV team, obviously a really good varsity team. Just a slow start here in this one tonight, and they're going to make their way to the regional round of 16, and we'll see about where they end up. I'm thinking it's probably going to be somewhere in that 11, 12-ish range, perhaps. It's Bill Bakamus looking for another district championship.
Yeah, it's going to be, when you're looking at post play, you got to have somebody in there solid in the middle. Just like we saw with the girls with Darian. You got to have a big presence. You got to have somebody that you can't move in order to make things happen. My daughter was 6'1" playing, and it was the same thing. Big body, put in the middle, and you can't move. You don't let them move you. Nice drive by Reeder there for 2.
Reeder's had a good game.
Great second half. He only had 4 in the first half, and he's popped out here with 8.
Morrow tries to fire a pass to the block to Bogner. It's stolen away.
Coming up 2:30, it looks like left here. We've got 14 points down.
Reeder puts his head down, gets around Stevens, can't hit. Olsen gets the outlet 1-on-2. And he leans in and draws contact and will head to the line. That's tough.
I think that was on Hoey. Yep.
Olsen at the line. Hits the first. We got to be over 30 here for Olsen, yeah?
29.
Yep.
S&P 30 right here.
And he gets it. Shot missed down low. Rebound Morrow. Mark Morris looking to seal this one up. Nice pass. Bogner decides to kick it out and use some more clock here. Olsen has it batted away, but he's fouled, and he's going to head to the line. 2:04 left.
Yep, that's Reeder's 4th. A lot of foul trouble for River tonight. Five out of 7, or 5 points out of his 7 so far come at the stripe here for Olsen in the second half.
My buddy Matthew Evans on YouTube has a great comment, which I will address absolutely here. Says that he thinks Mark Morris has a great shot for the 4 seed. I've been saying that for weeks. I think that everything could fall right into play for him, and we got another turnover. They'd be on a 15-game winning streak, and there almost was a dunk there by Stevens, but the ball ripped away at the last second. It's still a bucket. 72-51. Minute 44 to go. Now it gives me a chance to talk a little bit about that, Matt, but you know, it just, like you said, it depends on what happens with the other teams. The committee has already shown before that they will put teams that are really, they think are really good ahead of teams that win district championships. I've seen it before. It's not completely unprecedented, but it's sort of a rarity. If you're on a 15-game winning streak going into the tournament, and, you know, if you look at the teams that they've lost to, River's going to be there. They're going to get the second spot out of District 4. Kelso is into the regional round for 3A. Bellarmine Prep, a 4A school, you know, no shame in losing that one. Grandview's really good. Linden's really good, obviously, as we're the other way here. But, yeah, I think they absolutely have a realistic shot at getting the 4 seed. I would say that North Kitsap, if they win against Renton, they would be 1. Linden would be 2. Grandview would be 3. Offensive rebound putback is good. That's Alex Pont. After that, I mean, traveling. I think if Cedar, oh no, they got a substitutions. Yep, moving substitutions here. Standing ovation here for the Monarch starters.
Well deserved.
And hugs being issued out all around. I think if Renton somehow beats North Kitsap, that throws things kind of into a conundrum a little bit. I think Mark Morris has a better resume, even if Renton wins the championship there. I think North Kitsap might still be ahead of Mark Morris, though. As Stevens dials up a 3, that's Nate Stevens, no good. Bjorgi with the rebound, though, for Mark Morris. Stevens throws it up, no, Bjorgi again, Bjorgi again! It's a 21-point game. Some people think Pullman might be a wild card there of getting up higher, but I just don't think the resume is quite there this year. So, but hey, we'll find out Sunday.
30 seconds left. Great job by the Monarchs tonight. They came out on fire, relentless, and took care of business when they needed to. Weathered that storm off of Ari and then shut them down.
Fans, stick around. I believe that at some point, maybe after the net cutting ceremony, I might have a chance to visit with Coach Bakamus, so love to hear from him. Possibly winning the district championship. Ibaretta gets in the scorebook, and that's going to do it. The Mark Morris Monarchs are district champions once again, as this is their second district championship in the last 4 seasons, and in Bill Bakamus' final season, he gets to cut down the district net once again as the Monarchs run away with this one, 76-53. It got hairy there in that third quarter, Kevin, but like you said, Mark Morris showed that grit and showed that experience as they get the win here tonight at Kelso High School.
Yeah, Olsen leading the way, 31 points, 23 in that first half, starting out on fire and didn't let up. It was relentless. Got 15 from Gray that contributed to that, and then 8 from Stevens, and 6 for Bogner and Bjorgi. So big all-around effort from that starting group. River finished, Miles finished with 15, 12 from John Reeder, 12 from Carter Sharon, 8 from John Reeder, and 7 from Ari coming out in that third, and then he was shut down after that. So again, congratulations Mark Morris, District Champs, River for being here, and good luck to both teams in state.
Absolutely. It was a good time having you, Kevin.
I appreciate you having me and letting me jump in here. It's been fun.
I've had a great time doing it with you, man.
Hopefully we can do this a little bit more down the road.
See if he says Chieftains.
Right.
Oh, just okay.
No mascot this time.
Yeah, let's play it safe here.
At this time, I'd like to turn the mic over to Bill Bakamus, who'd like to address the crowd for just a couple moments.
First off, I wish you guys luck. Okay, the second season starting right now. You guys are a hell of a team. I'd like to tell you guys congratulations. 1987, when I was in Toledo, was my first district championship that I ever stepped on this court. I won't forget my first one, and I won't forget my last one. So with that, God bless America, and God bless the North Coast Monarchs!
There's the trophy. Congratulations again. Well deserved. Great season, and they got some, I think, good shot at getting up in the state tournaments there real far.
Got a chance to hoist the trophy this season. They thought they were going to get it last year against RA Long after beating the Jacks twice in the regular season, but the Jacks spoiled the party. Must feel pretty good for Mr. Braden Olson. He had a chance to hold that trophy as a freshman, and as did a couple of other players there, but breaking through here and running off 15 straight games, 14 straight games it looks like, 19-5 on the year. The Mark Morris Monarchs singing the fight song.
Hey, well, congratulations again to everybody. Safe travels out there. I'm going to take off to head south, but again, thank you very much for having me, and it's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Kevin. Everybody, again, type into the comments section. Thank you to Kevin White for his contributions tonight. Safe travels home, buddy. Now we're going to have a net cutting ceremony. And again, fans, time could be a factor here. I hope it'll happen, but I did see if Coach Bakamus would be willing to come and talk with me up here. I know he will probably be, well, for sure will probably be talking on the radio. If you want to hear what he has to say before what he has to say to me, you can turn it over to 101.5 The Blitz, streaming online as well at 101.5 The Blitz with Vern Foster. But the net getting cut down. The only thing we're missing right now is like some Queen on the PA speakers. Mac West. I think Mac West cut from the bottom. Fort Sports Reporter is going to go film some games up in Tacoma for 3A, 4A. That's awesome. That's killer. I like to hear that. Hopefully you'll be on Twitter still. Drew Ibarreta. Jaden Jenkins now. Carson Bogner. I love VPS game time, by the way. That's awesome. Dalton Stevens, who had himself a block party here tonight. Trenton Lamb. Nash Bjorgi. Dawson Morrow. With the thumbs up, too. Bo Jensen. Braden Olson, player of the game. the Gray Man, Malachi Gray. Hayden Tilton, assistant coach. Ken Kelly, assistant coach. Steve Clokey, longtime assistant coach. I believe I think it's Bill's wife. I'm not 100%, but maybe somebody can help me out. And finally, oh wait, no, there we go. Surprise! And Coach Bakamus with a grandchild. We love it. Bill Bakamus takes care of the rest. Well, there they are, folks. The Mark Morris Monarchs District 4 2A boys champions after taking down Columbia River here tonight at Kelso High School, 76-53. And now they'll pose for some photos. The season started on this court here, and the Kelso Highlanders handed Mark Morris their first loss of the year, and big difference between the team that started and the team that finished, and it's not over yet, folks. Mark Morris will enter the regional tournament, most likely guaranteed a top 8 seed. I would tend to lean towards top 5, potentially top 4, depending on the results in some of the other games. But again, picture posing time, smiles all around. And started out well for Mark Morris. They were on top 16-0 in the first quarter. River closed on an 8-0 run to start to make things a little bit more interesting. 16-8 heading into the second. Mark Morris would take a 14-point advantage into the final quarter. And then River started to chip away, got the lead down to 6 in that third quarter, but Mark Morris maintained a 13-point advantage heading into the final 8 minutes, and they just extended it from there, end up winning by 23 here tonight to win the district championship. And Braden Olson going over 30 points in the win. He started with 23 in the first half. And 5 made threes, just an unbelievable start to the game for Brayton Olson. Dalton Stevens having a great all-around game. Dawson Morrow as well. A great all-around game, contributing in a lot of different ways. Malachi Gray also doing a great job hitting from distance. Hit some big shots throughout the ball game. But Mark Morris looking like a pretty good team right now heading in to the regional round of 16. And, if they're in that top 8, they're guaranteed to be on their way to Yakima. If they get a favorable matchup, there really isn't a favorable matchup at this point when you're playing a top 8 team. But last year they were able to take on Seaholm and get a 12-point win in the regional opening round, and that put them into the quarterfinals. The easiest path potentially to make it to the championship game, which they found themselves in last year. There's plenty of tough teams in the field this year. And so if you're planning on checking out Monarch basketball, we're going to learn a little bit more coming up on Sunday about where they're going to be and who they're going to play next weekend. So fans, I'm going to try to stick around here. If you want to, great. I would appreciate it, but at the same time, I don't know how long they're going to have me here. But I know Coach Bakamus is probably going to be visiting with the radio crew, and if he has time, and I haven't been kicked out of the gym yet, I'll try to have a word with him here later on, so I'll be keeping the stream going and seeing if we can't talk with the coach who's going to be retiring at the end of the season, but goes out with a league championship and now goes out with a district championship. There's just one more trophy that has seemed to elude Coach Bakamus in his long career, and that's the state championship trophy. He's got a couple second place ones, but he's making his way up to talk to the guys on the radio right now, so we'll see about what his time frame looks like and whether or not he's able to come up. He did give me the indicator that he'll be up in a little bit. So if you're interested in hearing from Coach Bakamus and seeing him three-dimensionally, I'm going to get a camera and a headset set up for him here, and we'll be back in just a little bit. fans, thank you so much for sticking around. Again, I clear out, it's closing time. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here type thing. But I'm going to try to see if I can't get a quick interview here. And looks like we have one question that the Ford Sports reporter wants me to ask. Says, you should ask Coach Bakamus if pineapple belongs on pizza. Maybe. We'll see. But, yeah, definitely want to at least pick his brain a little bit here and see if I can't get some good stuff out of Coach Bakamus here as the Monarchs win the district championship 76-53. So if you want to continue to hold on, it will happen here in hopefully a couple minutes' time. Sure. All right. Coach Bakamus is going to be preoccupied. I just got a chance to talk with him, so apologies. Steve Clokey's on his way up here to chat with me. So, yeah. Hang tight here, folks. It'll just be a couple seconds. All right. Thanks, everybody, for holding on. So I am joined by Steve Clokey. Coach, if you want to say hello to everybody who's watching at home here, I appreciate you coming up and spending a couple minutes with me. You've been with Bill for a long time, and, you've been an assistant for the Mark Morris Monarchs. Talk about what it means for you guys to get this district championship here tonight.
I'm tickled to death, and obviously kind of in sport in general, you kind of look at stars aligning sometimes, and with us knowing that Bill was going to be coaching his final season to be able to win a league championship and then cap it off here with a district title before we go into the state run means everything to me, just especially since I've been with him for 27 years, 28 years, and getting to see a stellar program, a program run the right way, a lot of success, not just wins, but, doing things the right way. So happy for Bill. I told him that when I gave him a big hug. Like, cutting down nets is a big deal. Mm-hmm. And I think we probably, since I've been here with him, he's been here a little longer at Mark Morris, I think we have 20-plus entries into the district championship game. I think this is 11 that we've had since 99, 2000. So pretty good success, and happy for our kids. Our kids came out gangbusters, start that quarter, and played with good energy, shared the ball, hit some big shots, which we needed. But not such a stellar start to the start of the third quarter, but I think a little bit of experience on our part answering back to their run, kind of pushed that lead back to 9-11, and then we had a couple other small little micro runs, I think, that separated. So No, overall, proud to be a Monarch. Happy for Bill. Tickled to death anytime you can cut down nets at a district.
It's kind of fitting too, Coach, that your guys' season started here at Kelso High School, and the game that you guys had was probably a shell of what you are right now at this point. Winners of 14 straight.
Correct.
A district championship last season, in position to get that, fell a little bit short, but some of the guys that you had come back, they have a lot of experience, and they were able to utilize that second half run to pull away in the fourth quarter, but not before, like you mentioned, Columbia River inching back into it. Just talk about the growth of the team, if you could, in your mind, from that first game to getting to this point here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if anybody saw that first game over here, it was not good. And, I mean, it was some selfish basketball and, just a lot of players that just kind of wanted to do things their way and not understanding the team concept. And clearly we have an all-state player. I kind of consider him to be a generational player, and he's had to grow up. And it's not just that you can look at evidence of him scoring 30 or 40 points a game. There are episodes and periods within games where he is gathering enough attention that he's going to make other players better. And I think kind of the evolution of us, we know that our style of play, we want to play fast, we want to shoot a lot of threes, we want to be aggressive defensively. But I wouldn't say our team has completely bought into the concept here. And going into playoffs, scores tend to be a little bit lower. Sometimes you can get them in the 40s, especially if you get over to Yakima. But, low 50s, sometimes mid 50s. You got to be able to grind. You got to be able to execute. And I think towards the end, we talked a little bit about whether we wanted to run our stall game a little bit. And instead of doing that, we just kind of put them in the grinder, running flex, and we got balls inside. We got to the free throw line. So that early on, Kelso, Bellarmine Prep,
Grandview Linden.
Grandview Linden, and those were the last two, losses that we had over there. And those are two really, really good 2A teams that were much more polished, and I would say more seasoned mid-season than we were. Kind of stubbed ourselves in the toe a little bit, or stubbed our toe a little bit. But since then, I think, what did you say, 14 in a row?
Yeah, that's where we're at here.
And, I don't know. It's I still think there's better basketball for us. I think if we just clean up a few things, and that's more offensively than defensively. We changed some defenses on Columbia River. I thought it kind of made him stagnant a little bit. It took away number 11 Reeder's penetration, although he got in there at times. He wasn't as aggressive because he would play man-to-man. That kid is probably the fastest kid, Southwest Washington. I mean, with a basketball in his hands, he's incredible. So, I like where we're trending. I think our kids are confident mentally, but I just think, too, we just have to continue to understand it's not a matter who scores as long as Monarchs score. And we know Braden's our thoroughbred, but his ability also to pass the ball and create opportunities for others is something that's going to need to continue to go.
Yeah, you look at the glue guys that you got on the roster down here with Morrow and then Gray.
Yeah.
I think back to being at Yakima last year when Malachi had the big second half against Pullman.
Yep.
And you saw it tonight here when things got tight. Third quarter, fourth quarter, he started to make a couple small plays. Morrow kept making a bunch of small, big plays. Kids got good footwork, good heart, always diving on the floor for loose balls. But the emergence of Dalton Stevens and Jaden Jenkins for you guys, we talk about blessings in disguise. You mentioned stars aligning, right?
Yeah.
No slight on Carson Bogner, right, at all. A guy who stepped in big time last year, got meaningful minutes for Dietz, and then this season it's the role reversed.
Yeah.
He has an issue and has to get an appendectomy and has to sit out. But Jaden Jenkins comes in. He's probably an unheralded, big contributor to this turnaround. Him and Stevens both, their defense, their length, their athleticism. Talk about those two guys if you could for just a little bit.
Absolutely. I'll start with Dawson first and then Jaden. But in many ways, Dawson last year and throughout this year, he's an MVP on our team just in terms of a smaller undersized post, in terms of his defense. But just look at the hustle plays. I mean, we're raking at the ball and he's taking it from guys or diving on the floor, or just getting the tip and doing all those little intangibles. He does not care about scoring, but he can. And there were some post moves today. I know he got a couple blocked, but there were some key points where he got an offensive rebound and a putback, and he had a nice little post move that was timely. I can't say enough about him. He's inspiring to me. I tell him that all the time. I said, the way you play basketball, you understand your role in high school basketball, collegiate basketball, you got to have guys that can play the role and understand their role and contribute, because there's not enough basketballs to share. So, with Dawson, mentally tough kid and a great kid to be around too. I think he's just such a good human being too, that there's just kind of that extra little ripple effect throughout our team where people want, to be positive and praise Dawson for his play, but he also kind of reciprocates that back too, just with the energy that he brings. But Jaden, Jaden's got even more of an upside offensively. He plays a little hesitant, but that length, that speed, think about the times he's got an offensive rebound, he's just leaping over guys and just snagging it at rim high, and just trying to get him to gather himself and go back up with it. But a little bit of a shot blocker too. But that length defensively, I know early on, Hoey wasn't really kind of getting the looks that he wanted to face the hoop to make his kind of jab step and cross you over. I'll give some of that to Jaden, give him some credit there. And even Dalton guarded him a little bit with Bogner tonight as well. But without those two and stepping up, in Bogner's absence, I think those are two pivotal guys that have kind of moved us in the right direction. I'm excited about Bogner because Bogner's a little steadier. Bogner also doesn't forget plays. Bogner brings some things as well, where I told Bill at the end, I think even if we got in a little foul trouble with Dalton and Dawson, let Boggs run with that maybe instead of Nash a little bit, because he can hit mid-range shots.
Sure.
He hit a couple of them.
Little leaners and stuff in the paint.
Yeah, and I truly believe this too. I don't know if this will materialize, but, we got Drew, who's a sophomore, Drew Ibarreta. There's Nate Stevens, who's a junior, who's kind of dealt with some knee injuries and came in the season late. I just have a feeling either in regionals next week or down the road that those two guys are going to come in and do something important, maybe small minutes, but something consequential. And I think we got guys off the bench that understand that and come in. And I'll give a shout out to Nash. Nash blocked the shot, had a couple nice little putbacks. They all add up. And so if you want to do something special, you got to be able to have everybody kind of liking each other and buying in with that culture, but you also have to have guys that step up and perform when maybe someone's having an off night or it just isn't jiving. So compliments to all of them. You gotta understand your role and act accordingly, and I think we have guys that have been doing that.
Oh gosh, I think Nash had the first 7 points in the first game of the year against Kelso. Immediately a sign that the coaching staff can all kind of collectively.
Yeah, we're like, whoa,
we got this.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and then it went off the rails after that.
Hey,
I'm like,
it's okay.
Yeah.
It's a load to deal with. Without Dawson, you mentioned how valuable he is.
Sure.
His size alone, dealing with a guy like Stewart would have been very helpful. But more so than anything else, that was just a tough shooting night all around. But the growth has been there. I'll let you get out of here and go celebrate with your team in just a second.
Sorry I took Bill from you.
You're good.
Yeah, our kids had a little something planned.
That's
for him.
perfectly fine.
I appreciate you tolerating me.
I love it. No, that's what they're there for, is to enjoy this last moment with him, the coach. I'm just here to put it out for people who aren't in attendance. So let the kids who are in attendance. I'm going to prognosticate here, Coach, before I let you go. My crystal ball says you guys are at least going to be in that 5 range, maybe 4 range, just depending on what happens. Let's say with the Cedar Crest team, and if Renton can somehow pull off an upset over North Kitsap, that'll be interesting, but I still find you guys above them. But is that something that you guys think about it all heading into the tournament?
We do. We went and scouted last night, Ken and Bill and I. We went up, watched North Thurston and Renton, Renton and Bremerton, and North Thurston and Sammamish. And Sammamish, I think, is a little sleeper here. Team. They gave North Kitsap all they can handle. I kind of put, pen on paper. I was doing that today at lunchtime in class, and I just said, if we win, I think if Pullman wins and if North Kitsap wins, there is a distinct possibility we could get a 4 or a 5. Maybe that's us going to Pullman. Maybe that's them coming over to this side. I just really think, Linden, Grandview, and if North Kitsap wins, those 3 are in the top 3, with it probably being Linden, Grandview 2. I would probably put Kitsap 3, but they might. North Kitsap looks the part for sure.
Oh, I'd have them 1, Coach.
I would love to play Grandview again. We just, at the end of that over there, it was a tighter game than what it seemed. They are a really, really good basketball team.
Athletic.
This super athletic. Yep. But I think we could. It just depends, the brain trust in the room a little bit. I think, a couple things at play. 14 in a row. Had some decisive victories in our district tournament. We were league champ. We did play a tough non-league schedule. We weren't afraid, to go over and play Grandview and Linden, and granted, we've grown up since then. So I think people will look at that. They'll look at a little bit of the storied tradition. We were in the state title game last year. Yeah, we don't have Kobe, we don't have Deacon, but I think we're trending in the right direction, and I think sometimes the previous year's body of work and some of that tradition and culture of Mark Morris, and also the body of work that we have here in the last, 6 weeks or so, maybe a little bit longer than that, that will be to our advantage in the room. Obviously, you get in that top 8, you win. You don't have to play Wednesday. You're to Thursday. You get clipped. You're still over there. But you got to kind of take care of that business in the regional game. And I would love to play any of those teams and see where we measure up right now. I'm not afraid of anybody, but we'll see. I think you're right. I think the possibility of a 4 or 5. I really don't think after this we're 7-8.
No.
So I think it's 4 or 5 or 6, and we'll see how this goes. And it could even change more. I mean, if both Pullman and Rogers are in, right? So there's a Prosser.
Well, if Rogers wins, you don't have to worry about Pullman at all.
Yeah,
at that
so I don't
point.
think Rogers will climb that much. But, Cedar Crest and then my alma mater, Anacortes, they're battling it tomorrow. And I know
Anacortes has got a good team, too. And it's terrible to think that they might not even get a chance to go play.
You want to talk about a social injustice.
Yeah.
That team, that league only getting, and that district only getting 2.
Sure.
But, hey, it is what it is. And WIA and allocations, they make their decision, but
it was nice to see the CWAC and the Eastern Division get that bid.
Yeah.
Because they only had 3 between those 2 districts.
Yeah.
So, I mean, them having 4 makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm not so much sold on the D2, D3 having 6. I think 5 is more reasonable there, just because when you get to the power of the teams over the last years in the state champions, I know it's hard to look back at history, right? But in high school, I mean, it's like your Dukes, your North Carolinas, your teams that are always there.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I mean, when you're combining District 2 and District 3 and you have that, I mean, it's just a monolithic district tournament. You are really getting into the lower end where you're saying, well, let's let the 5th and 6th play for the 5th spot and give that 6th to the Northern
I agree.
League. And because, I mean, I don't want to, I haven't seen White River and I haven't seen Port Angeles, and I know they've had really good seasons, but, if you're going to say a Cedar Crest or an Anacortes is out, that really is kind of
And the Red Wolves, they've played a 3A schedule all year long, too, to get to this point.
So.
But all right, well, we'll prognosticate a little bit more before next weekend. Congratulations on the district championship.
Appreciate
it was great to have a chance to meet with you. And, go get them next time.
Appreciate it. Thanks for what you do for high school basketball.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it.
Yep, I'll see you here soon, okay? Yep. Steve Clokey, assistant coach, Mark Morris Monarchs, joining us here for a quick minute. The gym is just about empty, so I'm going to go ahead and say thank you to everybody for watching tonight and get up out of here. And, we'll have some information for you on our Twitter account this weekend to let you know where the seeds align. I'm sure you'll all be paying attention, but Coach is on the same sheet of music with me. I'm thinking somewhere in that 4 to 5 range for Mark Morris. We'll talk a little bit more about that, but the Monarchs end up winning this one 76-53, win another district championship in Bill Bakamus' final season. Will a state championship also join the trophy case? You'll have to wait and find out. Couple weeks around the corner. So Nick Sisson on behalf of N2 Media saying thank you guys so much. Look forward to having you next time. It's been a great winter sports season. We'll be back again one day soon. Thank you so much.